for those of you that are not familiar with this game, even though I'm sure quite a bit of you are, because it was, I get this request all the freaking time. Castlevania Curse of Darkness is the sequel to Dracula's Curse, Castlevania 3 on the NES. Basically, this is the sequel to the Netflix series currently. So, this is Hector 3 years later. Yeah, Dracula, before he died, unleashed a curse. All of Europe is in shambles because of it, and he goes out to investigate. So, if you guys saw my Castlevania timeline, you know what's up. Let me open up my sparkling water. Clear American Golden Peach. I thought I was going to be late for stream. Because I was like, I had 2 slices of pizza, and then I passed out on the couch, and I woke up suddenly. And I was like, oh no, but I woke up like 20 minutes ago. Oh man, I forgot how horrible Isaac looked. Yeah, a lot of people were bitching about the Netflix series, how they made him black, but I think this version of Isaac is awful. I never liked this version of the character. Let's go ahead and get started. This might be a long one. Yeah, we'll go a couple hours today, and this might be a three-parter. I'm not sure yet. It's a fairly long game. We're gonna call the file Hector. This is gonna be a fresh playthrough because my old files were on my other PC that I never backed up before it died. So I don't have any of my old game saves. So I can't do crazy mode either. If you need anything, help, just holler. Yeah, for my mods that are in here today, if the chat gets crazy and people have questions and I miss them, you guys are welcome to answer those questions if you know the answers to them. Here, my second stream, let's destroy this shit. We will. It's been a while since I made it to stream Curse of Darkness, my first Castlevania game. It's a beautiful game. And it's almost like Pokemon, too, because you have all these little creatures that you collect, these demons that you forge. And so you actually do see the devil forging, which was actually a bit different than it was in the series, but you level them up by using different weapons, and they evolve into different monsters.
1476, Malaysia. A great war.
I got PCSX2 to run, so thank you. Oh, cool. Did you check out the Simply Austin channel? That's how I got mine running smoothly. Yes, I will eventually stream Portillo on it. Eventually I'll get to all of them. Do we get paid per question? Yeah. You get a honorary commission. A thank you.
Vampire hunter named Trevor Belmont. Belmont and his comrades.
They need to release this game on PSN. Yeah, I agree. They need to release a PS2 on PS4 version.
However, the evil one did not pass from this world.
Hit that like button like I did that guy dressed as Panda Bear for eyeballing my Doritos. Nice.
Dracula left a demonic curse.
This is one of my top, probably in my top 5 Castlevania games. I can't think of it right now, but probably. I really like this game.
The people's hearts turned black and murderous.
It's somewhat rated too, because like people say instantly that all the 3D Castlevanias are bad, and it's like, this game was not bad by any means. I thought this game was awesome.
3 years have passed since the death of Lord Dracula.
They just need backwards compatibility. Yeah, it won't happen though, because they want to resell the games on the PlayStation Store. How much is this game, do you remember? I remember this game pretty well. I've beaten this game. I mean, I bought the game when it originally came out. Actually, I think I bought it on my original PS2, and I actually owned the Xbox version at one point also, just because I wanted it. But yeah, I'm quite familiar with this game. Yeah, it's one of the ones that I've replayed several times. It's funny because everyone always gets on me when I stream these games that why don't I steal? I've never used the steal ability of these games. It's not really necessary.
Hector, is that you?
Did you like Netflix Castlevania series? Yeah, I had some gripes here and there, like most people did, but overall it was fantastic.
You tracked me down. I was the one who lured you here. Hector, the fool who betrayed our Lord Dracula.
That matters not.
God, Isaac looks awful.
Revenge upon you for the death of Rosalie.
Oh, and how
Those little blips you're seeing, by the way, that's just imperfect emulation.
when you are utterly at my mercy, you
In this game, steal is super necessary. I've never used it once, and I've beaten the game a million times.
And now you think to defeat me?
This game's actually not too tough as long as you level up all your little creatures. You can beat it.
But his powers are still here in Valacia. Even you must realize.
Devil forging.
Thank you. Welcome, Andres.
Indeed, with this
Hey, Goblin. What's up, man?
forbidden,
Goblin, you haven't played this one, right?
a wisp of
I know you're more into the 2D Castlevanias.
transformed into a hellish devil. There are but 2 humans who possess this magnificent power.
Have you beat Resident Evil 2 Remake under 2 hour 30 minutes on hard mode? No, I haven't beaten it since I streamed it. So not yet. I will eventually.
That evil power. Never again will I use it.
Ah, but you will, Hector, and soon you have no choice. Without it, I could crush you in an instant.
To get cooler weapons, you have to steal. Yeah, that's why I worry about that later on crazy mode.
Satisfied
But during the initial playthrough, I just worry about beating it. To beat it, you absolutely don't need those weapons.
fate for the humiliation you brought upon
How'd the end of Punisher go? I'm excited to see this. Yeah, it went really well.
of the power of
The first half of the final battle, I essentially found out how to break the boss completely. And then once you figure out what you're actually supposed to do, it's really easy.
and thence follow where I lead you.
Is the redhead gay? He's giving me those eyes. They never address it. I think he's just weird.
Glorious.
Like, Japan always has this weird, like, goth metal, like, I don't know what to call it. It's like a goth metal look. That's the only way I can describe it.
Wait, Isaac! Damn him.
And also keep in mind, the Netflix series may get a version of Isaac that's similar to this, personality-wise, because this is also 3 years later.
Heed my word.
By this point, Isaac is also,
Down like a
he's gone crazy also because of Dracula's curse. He's not who he was 3 years ago before, or 3 years before either. But visually, I think he looks awful. Sakr with his badass walk. Oh god, I forgot with this game, the camera controls are backwards. They did this a lot back in the day, like, if you press left on the joystick, it goes the opposite way. Always hated that. I thought does anyone remember, was there something back here? I remember something being back here. As I said, it's been like a year and a half since I played this. Let me go look. It's called Metal Punk, and it's like a mix between death metal and gothic bondage. Yeah, I don't know. For Castlevania, I think it's weird. Potion. I wonder if there's a way to turn off the inverted camera, though. I don't remember if there was. Let's see. Camera control, normal or inverse. Let's see if that fixes it. See, it does for up and down. Oh, see, it makes it weird. Because it fixes it for up and down, but left to right, you can't change it. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. That's annoying. Oh, man, that camera control, that's going to take a little bit to getting used to. Men with effeminate physical qualities by Western standards are considered attractive in Japan. Yeah, definitely a bit different than the US. All this for a potion, but screw it, we'll get it. What timeline will do it for Resident Evil? Devil May Cry. That's coming up next after I finish. Oh, I remember this thing. The Moai. Ooh, you know what? When I save the game... Yeah, when I save the game, I might have to exit the emulator real quick and remap my left joystick. I noticed when I swap games, it, like, unmaps the top right portion of my joystick. So, like, when I try to walk like this, see, I start walking. I'll fix it at the next save point. It's not a huge deal, but it's super, like, inconvenient. I remember this game gave me massive OCD. I had to get everything. Yeah, I did. But see, you know why I didn't worry about it the first playthrough? Because to me, the first playthrough was kind of throwaway in my mind. Because you have to beat it to get crazy mode. And to me, crazy mode is like the real mode. So when you start crazy mode, that's when I worried about doing every single thing. Favorite Castlevania character in the timeline? Ooh. As far as Belmont's, I've always been a Richter fan. I love Richter and Trevor. And Simon. But Arnold Schwarzenegger, Conan, Simon. Anyone see they're turning the new Shaft into a comedy? Why? Also, anyone see the Chucky trailer? I know we were talking about it earlier today, but the new Child's Play? I have zero interest in seeing that movie. I'm going to anyways, but it does not look good. You got the Moai from the Lament of Innocence save file? Oh, is that why that's there? That's always there every time I play this game. It must be because of that, then. I didn't even notice that. What does that do? Very valuable to those who are... So it's a sales item? I probably spend about 200 hours. Yeah, I spend about the same on that game regularly because I got obsessed with leveling up all my creatures, and then I wanted all the different forms of each one. So you could play this game forever. Yeah, he's like Chucky, the new Chucky. From what I can tell, he's like some weird like AI doll that is all like high tech now, and there's no like voodoo, as far as the trailer makes it seem at least. There's no like voodoo serial killer trying to become human, which sucks because that's such a core like element of Chucky. It always has been. Fuck that. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna, like I said before, I'm gonna save it and exit the emulator real quick and remap my left joystick real quick, because that's bothering the hell out of me. I lurked and when it read online over the summer, went from knowing nothing about emulation, knowing what helps performance and such. Yeah, it's crazy, because there's so much to know about emulation. It's not just like, oh, see, look, now it's perfect. Okay, see, this is amazing now. Yep. Alright, cool. Do you plan on ever playing Geist on stream? Yeah, because I am interested in that game. And I actually have that game on the Dolphin emulator. What's the best emulator? That's a hard question to answer. It depends on what you're trying to emulate. Like, best emulator for what console? Because I can tell you which emulators are the best per console. But there's no such thing as one emulator that's better than everything else. Is there original Xbox? Yeah, there's a couple of original Xbox emulators. I've messed with them. But they're just... Xbox had such a different architecture for gaming that, as of now, it's been almost impossible. I mean, I've researched the hell out of an Xbox emulator. Because there's some Xbox exclusive games I would love to play on emulator, but... I'm trying to think... shit, I don't remember what they're called. There's one that will run Halo 1, but that's the only game it can run properly among very, very few others. So, in all reality, there's just no functional... emulator. Can you do a timeline about Contra? I've thought of that before. I probably will eventually. Don't you think the transition to the rooms in this game is kind of... Yeah, I never liked the transitions. I do find it cool they kept Hector's design the same for the show. Yeah. And I remember, like... I don't understand why people thought this. When I did my, like... I did, like, not a reaction video. I did, like, a discussion video on the trailer that the first Season 2 trailer, when you get a quick glimpse of Hector, before anyone knew Hector was in it. And I basically, in my video, said, like, that's Hector. You see him. And people were trying to tell me it could be, like, an Alucard redesign when he's younger. And I was like, why? I don't understand why people thought that. Like, it's clearly, like, it's him. Did you have a chance to play Otage on Xbox? I never even heard of Otage. What is that? Oh my god. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so there's a targeting button. It's R2. This music's so good, too. Mirror Fate is one of... Yes, Mirror Fate is one of my favorite, for sure. Mirror Fate's a really special game to me, man, because that was just like a modern-day mixture of Symphony, Dracula's Curse, and Simon's Quest, like... in one. So a story character, he's son of Dracula. No, this character, Hector, has nothing to do with Dracula biologically. Dracula had devil forgers, which basically are... He was one of Dracula's minions, to put it an easy way. Because he was raised in Dracula's castle because he went through some shit when he was a kid. People were afraid of him in his village. And after Dracula died, well, eventually realized that Dracula was doing really bad things and basically abandoned him, and then Trevor killed him. So this is 3 years later. He's trying to get revenge because his wife was killed. So, yeah, he's a good guy. Just nothing to do with Dracula biologically. Otagi's Japanese Yukai hack and slash game? Nope, never heard of it. If it's Xbox exclusive, though, I find that interesting because I like a lot of Xbox exclusive games. Like, one game I want to stream that doesn't necessarily hold up that well is Star Wars Obi-Wan, but it's like, I don't have an original Xbox anymore. I still have the game disc, but it's not backwards compatible on Xbox One either. Or on 360, so like, I don't have a way to play that game right now. Hey, Adrian, what's up, man? I didn't see you in here. A lot of these environments look the same, too, by the way. But that's normal with these 3D Castlevania games. Regarding upcoming DMC timeline, order is 3-1 anime 4-2-5. Yep, no, they haven't changed. You got it. Hey, DB, thanks for that, man. I appreciate that. And no, I've not played God Hand, even though I owned it. Yeah, I bought it used once a long time ago on PS2. I never played it. No, I've never seen Vampire Hunter D, even though a lot of people tell me I would like it. One day. What about an Xbox emulator? No, I was saying there's no good Xbox emulators. They just won't run anything properly besides Halo and a few other titles, but they won't even, like... It doesn't... It's not playable, really. It's funny, because you can find a better functioning Xbox 360 emulator than you can an original Xbox emulator. That's how, like... I don't know the technical aspect of things of why, but that's how, like, crazy different the architecture of the original Xbox is. That, like, you know, these hackers... I don't even know if hackers is the right word, but these groups that make emulators, right? They have to basically rewrite the source code from scratch, you know, to avoid any legal issues and make their own code to run these games, you know? So, I don't know. You'd think, since, like, it's a Windows, like, PC-based thing, that it would be easy. What? Oh, I need an Instant Devil to open this, don't I? What's the best PS2 emulator? The only one I would ever recommend is PC SX2. That's the one you're seeing now. I haven't tried any others, but it pretty much runs everything I throw at it. There's a couple games that just don't work, like Scarface, The World Is Yours. That game just is not emulator friendly. It will not work on this. So there's a couple games. Did you know DMC5 demo is available to download? That's been available to download. Yeah, I streamed it. Or not even stream it, I made a video on it when it came out. I love that demo. I thought it was cool. Thank you, Kryphy. Welcome to the stream.
And awaken him to the world of the living. Immaculate being, appear before me now.
See, the Netflix series changed Double Forging a bit. Because in the Netflix series, they made it seem like they just turned dead bodies into monsters. Here, it's more like you're actually creating life forms. There are no other PS2 emulators. I wouldn't be surprised if there's other like little shitty ones out there, but it's not worth looking into. This guy right here, mark my words, he's in the Netflix series. Do you guys remember that priest? The best scene I can think of where he's in, and he's always there. Whenever they take Lisa and they're actually going to go burn her, when in the beginning of season 2, when they're actually taking her, there's a priest that looks at the camera and smiles. He looks just like this guy. Guarantee you he's death hiding. That's my theory. I don't think I invented that theory, but I've been thinking that.
He is the one protecting the curse. Ergo, he is an impediment.
Said he is. Yeah, he has to be that priest. Because he's in every scene with the priest. Like, you see him in the background. And then he looks at the camera all evil. Like, there's more to that character than we know so far.
Now, if you'll forgive me.
I've seen that. I've heard him before. He's in Tiger and Bunny, too. Oh, he is dead on the money. He's got to be. And we already know that the Netflix team that works on Castlevania, they pay a ton of attention to detail on Castlevania story. Does he attack Trevor? Wait a minute, Lap. Are you talking about the guy that Trevor poked his eye out? Because if you are, we're talking about two different people. Because the guy you're talking about, he lost both of his eyes, the one with the bandage, and then he gets turned into a monster in season 2. But you might be right. I don't remember if this what do I call these? Oh, I'm always bad at it. Ben? I don't want to call it Ben. Here. Navi. Zelda fans should know what that means. I played the DMC demo yesterday, and while I liked it, it was too easy. Definitely playing on Sunset Spur. Yeah, Drago Wolf. I would never judge the difficulty of Devil May Cry on a demo, because, oh my god, I guarantee you that was turned down to the easiest possible level for all the game journalists, so they won't cry that it's too hard. Alright, I always turn auto. I gotta remember how to work these little monsters. These control... Okay, here. I don't like doing auto mode. Yeah, this one heals you. See, instead of sub-weapons in this game with hearts, it goes to the... I guess you could say ammo of these little devils. And then right here, if you look at this chart... Do I have that chart? Oh, see, I think I have to evolve them first before you can actually see, like, the little diagram. There's a chart here with a diagram that shows you what kind of weapons you use. Goes towards, like, you get these little jewels depending on what type of weapon you're using. I just kept pressing triangle accidentally. And it shows you how to develop each creature. See, I can't open this, right? It was a different... Didn't I need the devil to do this? I don't remember. I remember there are always 2 to 3 secret missions in DMC. They're really... I rarely beat the secret missions. Some of those are crazy hard. No, there's a screenshot of clean head shaven priest attacking Trevor. I'll have to remember that, because I don't remember him attacking Trevor. I'll have to watch it again. Oh my god, I keep pressing triangle. I'm wasting that. Press circle? Oh, let me go back real quick and do that. I keep wanting to press triangle to open the doors. Oh, it was circle. Okay. Awesome. A crest made from a carved dragon bone. Looks like it should be placed into something somewhere. If Konami didn't commit video game suicide, they would have made a great Castlevania reboot. Konami sucks, man. They pissed me off, like... I wish... These are one of those moments where I wish Castlevania was in the hands of Capcom, because I feel like Capcom is getting back to their former glory. Like, I feel like they're really... They're actually trying hard to be as good as they used to be. Konami, Konami just doesn't give a damn anymore. They don't. They just see dollar bills on, like... easy money like pachinko machines in Japan. I mean, first of all, they don't care at all about US audiences. That's a given. Can't innocent devils die? Yes, but they don't die permanently. Oh yeah, and talking about the evil priest, the bishop, a lot of fan theories are definitely proven wrong. There were a lot of fan theories that he was going to end up being Shaft. I never really bought. I never thought that was the thing, but Season 2 definitely disproved it. Capcom did a fantastic job with RE2. Yeah, I know, man. I love what they did. I'm actually writing my script right now for my review. I pressed triangle again. You guys are gonna see me the whole stream wasting devil powers by pressing triangle accidentally. This might be unpopular opinion, but I loved Resident Evil 6 and was really disappointed by 7. I didn't hate Resident Evil 6, but I thought Resident Evil 7 was amazing, honestly. But I feel like the best way to play that game, the only way I would play that game is on PlayStation VR. It was just completely different experience than not wearing a headset. I don't even know if Konami has any real good game makers and employ anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea what they're doing. And they're coming out with that dumbass, like, iOS exclusive Castlevania game. Like, screw that. Freaking mobile. I hate mobile gaming, man. I have a bias against mobile gaming. There's a theory that Hector's Lacard ancestor. What are your thoughts? I've heard that theory. There's also a theory that Maria and Alucard had kids, and that's continued. Yeah, continued the Lacard bloodline too. I think they're both interesting theories. I don't think any game has given even a hint of proof of any of that. So, possible, but never ever happened or never been confirmed at all or hinted at. And as far as we know, actually Maria, for one, she's got Belmont ancestry in some way. I do like the idea, though, and I might run with it when I do a Castlevania Timeline 2.0, and that's going to send the canon police into a frenzy. So that's even more reason to do so, but I like the idea that Alucard and Maria ended up together, and their bloodline kind of, you know, became the Lacard family over time. I find that really interesting. Because if you think about it, why did Alucard seek out the Lacards and give them the Alucard spear, you know? It's like his way of fighting his father without having to fight him himself. I like that theory. There's no proof for it. It's completely fan-based, but I like it. To begin with, can Alucard have offspring? It's never been explored. He is half human. I mean, I don't know about actual half vampire, half human vampire lore rules, but Castlevania makes its own rules. Maybe? I mean, Dracula had a kid, and he's full vampire, so I don't see why he couldn't. Like, if Dracula had a kid, I imagine he could. And in fact, I think even more so he'd be able to, because he's got a half human portion, whereas Dracula didn't. Once Adi Shankar's done with Trevor's story, should adapt the story of Richter. I don't want them to jump to Richter yet. I feel that's jumping the gun a bit. They could slow down and just do all the other Belmonts in line. I like this little sword throw. Alright. Might be like Ligers in the Wild, impotent because of their DNA mix. Also a possibility. You know, I've learned in this game to save every single time you can. Because when you're playing on an emulator, you know, you don't never know when the emulator's going to freeze up on you or you're going to die. And I don't like to use save states in these emulators because I don't feel it's necessary. I just go with checkpoints and memory cards. I relegate save states to, like, the old games where they do some bullshit like limited continues and whatnot. Or triangle, triangle, circle? What's that? Let me try it. Ah, not triangle. You mean square, square, circle. Oh, wait, that's what I was doing, yeah. That's the sword throw. Unpopular opinion, Alucard is an overrated character. I like Alucard as a character, but I do agree with what you're saying in a way, because some fans are so... Like, I get shit all the time in my comment section for the Castlevania. Like, you can just read it. Because I mentioned that I feel like Alucard kind of stole the spotlight. So everyone always gets on me like, the story is about father and son. And it's like, it's not really what Castlevania is about, though. It's a part of it. But that's maybe, like, the story of one Castlevania game and touched upon in another game. But overall, the story is the Belmont clan. That's the main thing. I don't think there's any classic Castlevania fan that can disagree with that. And I feel like Alucard, he did steal the spotlight. That final fight between him and Dracula was cool, and it worked for the story they were trying to tell. But I would have liked... And no, another thing, too, I get shit on. Like, people always say, like, oh, if you want it to be exactly like the games, go play the games. Like, that's not what I'm saying, though. I don't want it to be exactly like the games, but I feel that scenario was kind of wasted now. Whereas, if they do continue the series and adapting the games, I felt that whole scenario should have been saved for Symphony of the Night season. Because it would have been, I feel, more impactful. You know, it feels Symphony of the Night. Because now, what are they going to do? They do it again? You know, it's not going to have the same emotional impact. I don't know. At this point, I'm just like, I'll wait to see what they do. And I know I'm missing a dragon piece, and I think I went the wrong way. Oh, never mind. I thought I needed 2 pieces. So should we expect obsessive weapon forging in this playthrough? Probably not. I might grind on my own off stream, you know, some more devils and weapon grinding and whatnot, because that's not going to be fun to sit through. But we'll see. Any idea on what may happen in the next season of Castlevania? Carmilla is going to be the main villain. Hector's a prisoner. Isaac's is out. That's why, like, I have no idea. I don't know where they're going. And I kind of like that, because I'm not exactly sure what to expect. I expect that they're going to do some form of Curse of Darkness, but it's going to be different, definitely. I mean, there's no... Hector didn't betray Dracula of his own free will like he did in the original lore. He was more so kidnapped by Carmilla, who, in this point in Dragon Ball, what am I thinking, Dragon Ball? In this point in Castlevania history, for all intents and purposes, the character doesn't exist yet. So, I don't know. I'm excited. That's why I'm so excited about Season 3. I want to see what's going to happen. And also, a lot of people have this theory that when Dracula died, that big fart cloud that unleashed, a lot of people think that is his curse. And I could see that. I like that idea. You mean like the nailed baseball bat or the spike shield? Yeah, those were awful weapons in this game. I tried using those and I put them away real quick. Kind of wondering if Grant is going to replace Alucard. I could see that happening. Especially since we saw Grant at the end of Season 2. For sure. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, watch my review. But we absolutely saw Grant. Hello again, Xeon Blade. Welcome. Where was Carmilla's first canonical appearance? The first time she appeared was Simon's Quest. That's the first time you ever saw her in her mask form. After that, oh, my memory's fuzzy. After that, I think it was Rondo. She really, I did like an 8-minute video on Carmilla, like a character profile, and talked about all her appearances. She's really not in that many Castlevania games at all. And she was going to be in Castlevania 64, and she got cut from the game completely. We'll probably go till, like, I don't know, 11:30 or midnight. We'll see. It's 8:30 right now, but we'll go for a couple hours. First time I ever heard of Carmilla in Circle of the Moon. Yeah, she was in that also, even though they renamed her Camilla in that. But it is the same character. Carmilla and Camilla is used, like, I don't know what the word is. It is used back and forth. Actually, there's a room up there I didn't explore. Let me go back over there. Do you think the cult of Dracula, which works hard to resurrect him, was working behind the scenes as the Illuminati? Are you talking about in the Netflix series? Or in the games? Because, I mean, they don't really mention Illuminati in the game. To be honest, I like that Dracula wasn't a totally cartoonish villain with no good heart in this whatsoever. Yeah, I do like the way they portrayed that, but I feel at some point they're going to have to show that side of Dracula, because, I mean, if they continue the series and go by the games, like, they're going to need a reason for him to just keep coming back, and, because you can't just, like, it's Castlevania, you can't just not make Dracula the main villain, you know? It's like doing Zelda and just replacing Ganon with someone else, even though they've done that from time to time, but not overall. You know, he's always a threat. Have you ever made the lightsaber in this game? I don't remember. I think historical timeline when I like Carmilla showing was on Bloodlines when you move. Actually, it's funny you say that, Andres, because Carmilla is not in Bloodlines at all. That's a common misconception. You're talking about Elizabeth Bartley. She's a play on Elizabeth Bathory, the real-life serial killer. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, she's basically just Carmilla 2.0. But yeah, that's Elizabeth. Who was never seen again in any Castlevania game, by the way. And she somehow claims to be Dracula's niece, which that was never explained. That's why I say claims to be his niece. I might create some linkage there in the Castlevania timeline 2.0. See, one problem I have with this game in games like this is that all these little gray areas, like over here, since I missed that, like I obsessively have to go clear it. Or I hate that I didn't go that way. I love how the guy that has 1,000 corpses on 6 in his front yard is redeemable by some. Yeah, Dracula's already done some bad shit. Can't you get it from Isaac when you beat him? I don't remember, honestly. And also, for those of you that don't know, there's this really shitty movie called Stay Alive. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. I think it's from like 2006 or something. It was when they were pumping out shitty horror movies full of CG. There's a video game starring Elizabeth Bathory. And like, I don't know, like her spirit comes to life through the game and shit, and kids are trying to stay alive through the video game. It's so shitty. It's got Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle in it. Anyone know what I'm talking about? Stay Alive, it's called. I believe it's called. Far as I know, Legend of Zelda used Vaati for the prequel games. Yeah, he was a villain before. Before Ganon was the main threat. Chronologically, we had Vaati. Vaati, however you pronounce it. I feel like instead of wine, this should have been blood. I know Stay Alive, the movie. It was really freaking hilarious to me, yeah. It's one of my guilty pleasures, but critically speaking, yeah, the movie sucks. Oh, good thing I came back here. I do think I need that. Okay, we cleared out that little area. What are your thoughts? What's been concerning? What's been happening recently with Vic Mignogna? Yeah, we were talking about that earlier today during my Punisher stream. I really didn't know anything about it. And from what you guys were telling me, it looks like the accusations may not necessarily be true. Which, that sucks if he lost his job over false statements. But it happens all too often. It's Klingon bloodline. You die in the game, you die in real life. Frankie Muniz gets hit by a ghost car. I remember that. Yep. But that movie, if you watch it now, like, the CG, oh my god. It just does not hold up well. This is why I'm, like, against, like, CG in horror movies, unless it's necessary, because it's rare when CG holds up well. Even if you go to something, like, really highly produced, like the Star Wars prequels, watch them now on, like, Blu-ray, and some of the CG, you're like, should have been practical effects. Can we consider Juice the first Belmont with hybrid skills that includes magic? I mean, Richter used magic in a way. He had, like, Grand Cross, but I don't know if you consider that magic or tools. So, I don't know. But maybe. Maybe, yeah. At least in terms of raw power, he was definitely more skilled when it came to magic. Keep forgetting to use combos. I hate that the camera doesn't, in this game, doesn't really auto-adjust well, so you're constantly moving the right joystick around, too. Oh my god, I haven't seen this game in years. Welcome, Gilbert. Well, you can see it now. Was there any purpose to doing any of that? Guess not. Anyone know what this room is for? I always have this theory that Belmont's got boosted after Sypha married Trevor. I would say that's more than a theory. That's been proven. Because the Belnada's bloodline and when the Belmont bloodline mixed, yeah, that's a story element. They did get more powerful magically. John Carpenter's The Thing is proof that practical effects are better than CG. In interviews, Kurt Russell would talk about how some of the Thing's transformations made him feel sick. Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. That movie is the perfect example. I mean, and look at the Alien movies, too. That also. Who's your favorite companion? You know who I like in this game? I don't remember the name. Well, I guess you can name it whatever you want. But the rock creature, when he turns into like a magma monster, that was my favorite. It's possible combining various materials. I never really did this in the game. Wait, or did I? I don't remember. My freaking dog is like roaming around between my legs. Oh, yeah, I remember this now. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you combine it with materials. But do I loot? Oh, yeah, this is how you get the new weapons. All right, let's try. Yeah, oh my god, yes, I spent so much time. I loved doing this, combining all this stuff. Don't you think it's weird that no human kingdom ever attacked Dracula's castle? I think they did. Because judging from all the bodies in his front yard, I think they have in the past, and like they just gave up and became a legend over time. Yeah, I got obsessed with doing this. And then you could create more powerful helmets. I always like doing these defense items. Let me equip it now. Yeah, see, that ups my defense by 10. Armor, soft leather armor. See, man, when you have these kind of like upgrade systems in games, like I go like I get anal about it. And I used all my aluminum, so I can't craft I could craft an axe, even though axe is a slower weapon, but you need it to get all your little Pokemon monsters. Liquid Golem, yeah, I love the Golem or the Golem. See, I can't craft anything else, man. I have a short sword already. Oh wait, is that what I have now? A short sword? Yeah, shit. I think I just. I don't want to use the axe yet. We'll keep evolving this creature with the red weapons. I do wish that it made you look different, though. Wait, it's telling me something. Oh, thank you for telling me that secret. Battle for Endor was legit a good movie. I forgot about that movie. Is Umbrella Corps cross-platform compatible? Because if it is, we can play it together. I don't think it is cross-platform, honestly. Yeah, I'm telling you, there was no effort put into Umbrella Corps at all. There was nothing in that game. ID Evo Crystal? What was this for? Anyone know what that crystal was for? Man, my memory's fuzzy on that. Or was that just a hint? Oh, was it defeated enemies drop these crit? Yeah, it's just a hint. I don't give a shit about that. I already know how to play this. Evolution time. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't seen this game yet, and you keep hearing me compare it to Pokemon, you will see exactly what I mean when you see my devil transform. Will you be getting Pumpkinhead? Probably not. I'm I'm not really going to do any kind of like perfect or 100% run. I saved that for crazy mode. I don't even remember how to get Pumpkinhead, though. What do you have to do? L1, R1? Oh yeah, I forgot you could block in this game, which I never do. Oh man. So glad I beat that Punisher game earlier. That game took way longer than I thought. That game was longer than I remember it being, actually. You need to build the pumpkin hammer and find his hidden room. Oh. Maybe. Is he really good? I don't remember. I'm so pissed that I don't have my 100% crazy mode file. That was on my PlayStation 2 memory card or my original Xbox hard drive, one of the two. Way back in the day. Are you planning for any specific final forms for the Innocent? Yeah, for one of them, I think it's this one. There's one that's super powerful that, like, I don't remember what it's called. She looks like a little witch, and she launches stars, and it's a really powerful attack. Like, during the final battle, it can devastate Dracula. I'm probably going to try to get that one. You look forward to the Ghost Survivor DLC? Yes, I will be streaming it. It comes out Friday, the 15th. I'm not going to be here, because me and my fiance, for Valentine's Day and our anniversary, we're going to go for, like, a Airbnb by the beach for a couple days, so I'm not going to be back till the morning on the Saturday the 16th. So I have it on the schedule. If you guys set up your notifications, you'll get it. But essentially, I'll be streaming it the day after release at night. $92 viewers and only 34. Oh yeah, if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you drop that like, smash it as hard as possible, make some sweet love to that like button. Helps the channel out greatly and brings more attention to the stream. It shows I may have some slightly enjoyable content. 34 now, nice. The Comet Starfarer, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. She devastates Dracula in a couple of hits, but it sucks up a ton of magic. Although, I do have to say, in his final form in this game, Dracula is one of the tougher... It's one of the tougher boss fights. One of the tougher Dracula battles. Like, you can easily get your ass whooped if you haven't prepared properly and, like, leveled up a bit. 48, nice. Slightly more awesome content. If I smashed the like button, I would break my phone. Smash it! Oh, my little fairy healed me. How nice of you. Because I accidentally keep pressing triangle. Damn it. What system is this on? Right now I'm playing on the PS2 emulator, but it's available on PS2 and the original Xbox. And of course, if you guys are interested in buying the game, it helps me out if you go to the Amazon link in the description and picking it up from there. Even though I don't know how much this game goes for used anymore. I have no idea. But yes, it's available on PS2 and the original Xbox. Don't you mean majestic content? Comet Starfarer is nothing against Maria and her birds. Oh yeah, Maria and her birds are invincible. They're the gods of Castlevania. Nothing matches them. Maria's avian friends. Oh, I hate these guys with claws. Oh, I thought my game froze for a second. I was about to be pissed. God, the soundtrack is amazing. I actually beat Dracula the first time using a hammer weapon in this game. I don't remember what weapon. I like to use swords a lot in this game. And spears. We'll go this way. The wizard could control time, which is actually very useful in the battle with Saint Germain. Oh yeah, you guys will also be saying Saint Germain. If you're familiar with my Castlevania timeline, that'll be new to you. Because I didn't really mention him. Honestly, he's just not important to the story. But he's an interesting character. He's so mysterious, and you really don't know why the hell he's here. At the end of the day, he's got some rivalry with death. And he travels through time to witness events. He would have been a good character to use in Castlevania Judgment, but they replaced him with a different character. For no reason. Hey, Unbuttered Toast, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate that. And I love that you got... Actually, wait a minute. Unbuttered Toast. I just noticed you don't have a wrench, and I remember you on my new patrons list. Hang on. Let me give you the power. Capital T, capital P. There. You now have the power. The power of the wrench. And if any other... the rest of you are channel members or patrons and don't have your wrenches, let me know. Because I'm sure I've missed some of you. It's hard to catch you guys when you're not chatting in the stream because for me to add you as monorails, I can't say the word. Mods, there. If to add you as mods, I have to search for you guys manually on YouTube, and it's a pain in the ass sometimes to find people. You mean Richter's 12-year-old bodyguard in picturesque? I love that description. He was a real-life guy, too. People thought... Oh, wait, was Saint Germain a real guy? That's news to me. Did you watch that grunge video? No, I'll check that out. I didn't know that. People thought he was a time traveler. That's hilarious. I didn't even realize it. No worries. If you guys decide to support the channel with your own money, you know, I want to make sure I give you what I advertise. And one of those things is moderator powers. Makes me wonder why Saint Germain wasn't the one used for... Yeah, exactly. He should have been the one used for Judgment, because it would have linked directly to this game, and it fit in right with the time travel thing, but just another original character. Hey, thanks for that super chat, Darklink. I appreciate that. Corpse is the best summon, LOL. Showing support, man. Good stream. Thanks, man. I hate these zombies that vomit on the ground. Again, I've never gotten them to a final form, like talking about it. I think, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember right... Oh, what the hell? Hold on. Oh, my control's messed up again. What? Wait a minute. Is it my controller? I can't go back now. I think it might be my controller. After the next save point, I'll go back and remap it. Yeah, this is something... I think something might be up with my left analog stick. I can maneuver around though with the using the right joystick too though, because I got the camera function there, so it's not horrible. But you can't play the game like that. Heal. Saint Germain was one of my favorite fights in that game. Yeah, it's crazy because like I specifically remember when the first time I played this game, he whooped my ass because I like rushed to that battle and I hadn't been leveling up my devils properly and I didn't have the right shit equipped. He destroyed me. So I like went and grinded for like an hour or two and I came back and I destroyed him back. Yeah, next stream I might just have to plug in my PS2 because I'm using this controller right now, the Mega Man Hyperkin controller. It's for Xbox One, but it works for PC, and normally it works great, but it's been having issues with the PS2 emulator for some reason. Yeah, like I said, I might have to go back to the regular PS2 controller, which I should be using anyways. It feels better. You and your controllers, yeah. Maybe I play too many video games and my controllers are starting to reject me. They're all getting Shaq food. Oh my god, I'm destroyed the summoner first. Asshole. And for the record, this is not Dracula's castle. This is just the abandoned castle. Dracula's castle comes into play way later in the game. Actually, it's still in rubble because of Trevor. Die! God. I forgot how some of these areas can stretch for a while. These areas stretch for a long time. It sucks that I can't use back on my analog stick right now. I had to keep moving the camera just so I can turn around. Damn you, Shaq. You've been Shaq-filling my controllers even when I'm not using them normally. Oh, Time River shit had me scared the first time I fought him. Yeah, Saint Germain, like I said, if you're not ready for the fight, he can brutalize you. Ever watch Death Battle? You're talking about YouTube Death Battle? Yeah, because I've watched a ton of those. Those are awesome. What fairy form are you going for? I don't, the comet little pink witch thing. I don't remember what she's called. Yeah, no, I tried clicking thumbstick already. I think it's an emulator unmapping buttons for some reason. It was doing that since, like, actually, you know, since I started streaming The Punisher. I don't know why. See, like, look, after I kill this guy, I'm going to try to turn around. See, like, I'm trying to walk towards the camera right now, and I'm literally not moving. I can already hear the comments of people, if you were playing an original console, you wouldn't have that problem. It wouldn't look anywhere near as good, either. YouTube's Death Battle's doing a Mega Man Battle Royale. Ooh. Mega Man X better win all of that. Death Battle made me salty. I'm impartial to Mega Man X. He needs to win everything. Alright. Let's save here. Go look at the damn controls again. Still doesn't beat the PS1 load. Yeah, that's glad. Okay, see? See, now we're perfect again. That's what I'm telling you. I think the emulator's like unmapping them for some reason. Out of nowhere. My PTSD is kicking in. Yeah, Sape Escape was an awesome game. I used to love those games. I gotta stream those sometime, too. Oh, Lord. There are 5 Mega Man's Classic, X, Volnut, X, and Star. I don't care how powerful any of the other ones are. X needs to win. He has unlimited potential. It's been said multiple times. And isn't that why Superman wins every freaking battle he's in? That's the same reason they're like unlimited potential. So he can beat Goku. Well, guess what? X also has unlimited potential. PS won't give you a damn heart attack if your TV was too loud. Yep. Oh, damn. Where am I supposed to go? I think I went backwards. Hold on, let me look at this map. 2F? Wait, hold on. Did I go backwards? I think I did. Let me go back up here. You gotta stream a lot of games. I hope you're planning on doing this YouTube thing for a while. Well, luckily I am going nowhere on this. Well, I'm not leaving YouTube anytime soon. So we've got a lot of years ahead. So yes, I do have a lot of stuff. Oh my god, freaking... My dog is driving me crazy. Like, every time I'm streaming and she's in the room, like, she starts... Because I'm talking, she sees no one else, so she thinks I'm talking to her. So she's just, like, at my legs looking up at me, like, wondering what I'm saying. It's like, dude, I'm not talking to you. Go away. What was the next part of the Resident Evil timeline, brother? I don't know exact date yet. I'm still recording footage for Resident Evil 7. And I've got, like, 2 or 3 videos I want to do before that, so... I'll let you know, guys. I'll let you guys know in the community tab when it gets closer to that date. And the reason I don't just start working on the other timeline like immediately is because then that's all I would do, you know. And yeah, sure, for the numbers and revenue and whatever, probably that would be the best thing. But I like to work on other stuff too. I like having different kinds of content on the channel. What kind of dog is it? She is, mind you, I didn't know what the hell a Papillon was. They're those little dogs. Well, until I found her, but they're those little dogs with the with squish faces and those ugly ears. But she's nice because she's a mixture of that and a Jack Russell Terrier. So she's like more Jack Russell, but she's still got like the funny ears. And her name is Zelda. I would show you guys her, but if I pay her any attention, she's attention needy. If I show her any attention while I'm streaming, she'll just want attention for the rest of the stream and drive me nuts. And I can't let her out of the room because no one's home right now, and if no one's home and I let her out of the room, she'll revenge shit in the house. And people say that's not a thing. I disagree. I've tested this. She'll shit in the house even if she doesn't need to shit. Just like out of ferocity. I hope that in the meantime, me and you become friends while you do this, man. I'd love to stick with you through it all. Oh, definitely. No, yeah, I love talking with you guys and hanging out. I've met so many of you, like, on a personal level, too, like, just by being on YouTube. Even other creators, also. Which, I never even set out to do that on YouTube. It's funny because, like, once you start doing YouTube, the amount of people you meet just by doing it, you know? And then even being on Twitter and social media, there's so many people you get to know. And video games is supposed to be a social thing, right? According to people that know nothing about video games. Already fiending for part 7. Oh yeah, no, the second I post part 6, the comments like, part 7, where? And it's like, well, it's not done yet. I appreciate you guys asking. It shows you guys are interested in the content, and it keeps me wanting to make more. But yeah, that's why I don't just immediately... I could immediately start working on it, but then I would just... That's all I would be doing. Like, there's a Mortal Kombat video I want to make. I want to put up my Resident Evil 2 game review up. So there's a couple little things I want to get done before. And of course, if you guys are here for the timeline, you know, I don't tell you to watch everything I put out, but it does help. It does help whenever you watch the other content I put too. Because like I said, the timelines is the only thing that I'm ever going to do on this channel. And one day there will come a time when I've exhausted all the interesting games. That's real long term though. I'm talking years down the road, but you know, that happens with any channel. Constantly evolve, make more content, different content. Did you have a Discord server to join at your community? No, I don't have a Discord server yet. I'm going to do one eventually. Honestly, just out of laziness, I haven't done one yet. And I have so much other stuff going on that I want to wait until on the channel, like, I have a little bit of a slow period to just, like, alright, let me do all the extra stuff I've been meaning to do. Discord's on that checklist. Do you plan to, at any point, do a Darkest Dungeon stream? I don't know what that is, to be honest. Great strategy, horror, action RPG. I'll have to check that out, but I've never heard of it. I have the notification bell on. Your stuff is rewatchable. I can't get enough. Appreciate that, Mega Man NG. Beware the Flea Man later. And no, do not talk about the Flea Men. I know they're coming. We don't talk about Flea Men until they show up. They're greatest evil in the Castlevania universe. Is Resident Evil Timeline Part 6 the last part? Yes, Part 6 is the last part. It will be covering Vendetta. I'm going to touch on the Heavenly Island manga, not too much, because the mangas I want to keep for, like, side videos where I can really dive deep into those. Excuse me. Umbrella Corps multiplayer is mentioned because that's officially canon, unfortunately, and it does take place during this era. And everything tops off with Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 is chronologically the last Resident Evil story as of now that we have. Ever the prototype? Yes, I have the 1 and 2 remasters. I haven't played them. Flea Man, no problem. Death Ripper, screw those things. I don't want to talk about them. Like I said, I'm sure you guys see me pissed off about it whenever they show up. What were you thinking doing Umbrella Corps, one of the worst? No, seriously, when I was recording the footage for that game, this was me playing it the whole time. I was just like, it was not fun. It was a chore, and I wanted to get, like, I knew I was going to use, like, just, like, 2 or 3 minutes of footage at most when I was talking about that game, but I played it for, like, 2 or 3 hours just to get a healthy mix of different kinds of footage. Holy shit, it felt like I was playing it all day. Umbrella Corps sucks ass. And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get multiplayer foot. I might have to steal it off YouTube, to be honest. I don't want to do that, but I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get multiplayer footage because nobody plays it anymore. Nobody played it when it first came out, so I don't even know if there's people online right now. So that'll be interesting to see. I hate Umbrella Corps, which sucks because I think the character design is cool of Hunk or 3A7, whatever you want to refer to him as, but it's a waste of a character because he's in a game that's trash. Yes, I will update. Well, not update the timeline. I'm going to do like what I did with Assassin's Creed. I did the Assassin's Creed timeline, and then the Origins DLC came out after, right? So what I did, I just made a separate, you know, Untold Legends video about just that DLC, what story that was telling. So, yeah, I'll always do those additions, just not to the actual timeline itself. Because it's not worth redoing a whole timeline just because a new game was added. I'll just do a separate video on that game alone. First boss. It took a while to get to this first boss, actually. Level up my monster! What's your favorite Resident Evil story from the comics? You know what story I would like expanded on? And it's not... Whenever Chris went to... I touched on it, too. It was one of the American comics, not the manga. Which they're not really considered canon. But I showed it whenever Chris and... Well, it was Chris, Bill, and... Bill. I was going to say Chris, Bill, and Jerry. Chris, Jill, and Barry. When they went to Europe and found, like, Umbrella's headquarters, but they had already moved everything. But there was another lab there with two scientists. It was Cain and Abel. And there was another super tyrant there that was created. I want to see that. I would like to see that maybe, like, as, like, Resident Evil Revelation 0 or something. That'd be cool to see. I was messing with my friends for us buy Umbrella Corps when it was $5 PSN. They said it was too expensive. I agree with that. I paid $6.99 for it because I bought it on sale. And even after that, I was like, I could have gone to McDonald's and gotten a meal. Like, that's how I felt, legitimately. Bill and Jerry, Resident Evil 8 confirmed. Isn't that the ice cream shop? Oh, wait, that's Ben and Jerry's. Never mind. Chris, Bill, and Ted, most excellent. By the way, they're making a third Bill and Ted. I cannot talk today. Bill and Ted. They're making a third movie, supposedly. Is the steel mechanic available now or late? I don't know. How do you even do steel? I don't even remember. It's been so long. My second playthrough is when I steal all the stuff to make all the crazy weapons and shit. Oh, I remember. Doesn't this take me to like an alternate, like, reality with chairs? Is the Resident Evil series made after some book, or is it something that devs came up with? Resident Evil series was it was the spiritual successor of a oh man, was it Euro Dragon that told me about it? It was one of you here in stream told me about the there's an NES survival horror series. Wait a minute. Where did that blue teleporter take me? But no, Resident Evil itself isn't based off anything. That was an original thing. Do you like Transformers? I'm an enormous Transformers fan, and I am soon to get a Transformers tattoo, hopefully. And my favorite character is Starscream. By far. Oh, wait, never mind. I saw like a teleporter here. It's a skill. You have to wait for the lock-on to turn purple and hit... Oh, See, that's another thing. I never use lock-on either. I feel like I'm the only one that likes Resident Evil Caliban Cove. I don't remember the story very well for Caliban Cove, but I remember doing a book report on it. I used to have all the Resident Evil novels, and I did book reports on them for school. I didn't really talk about the books in my timeline series because I like talking about stuff where I have visuals I can work with, too, instead of just, like, a black screen where I'm just talking. And with a novel, you can't... There's not really much I can do with a novel, visually. Sweet Home. That's the game I was thinking of, Dragon Slayer. I've never played it. Yeah, you guys educated me about that. This is my favorite devil type, the Rock Dude. Decepticon crest tattoo. Yep. It's definitely going to be Decepticon. I've had the design in my head for like a year. It's expensive getting a tattoo, like a well done, full colored. Like I want to have a full sleeve, but it's expensive, and it's just every time I have the chance, I'm like, it's hard to pull the trigger on it. But I'm going to eventually this year. Login art. Well, let's call this guy. I'm trying to think of a name. Geodude. Magmus. Oh, but if he doesn't evolve fire-like, that's not gonna make sense. Ooh, hold on. I got one. Colossus. He will be known as Colossus. Can you do an impression of any version of Starscream? I don't think I do any impression. Extra thick. Alright, Colossus, let's go. Second him guard, command. Let me, I want her to heal me real quick. Okay. Let's summon Colossus again. See you later, Navi. Go back into Zelda for now. Also interested in Season 3 Castlevania. What are they going to do with Carmilla, and how much of a factor is she going to play Season 3? She's going to be a huge factor in Season 3. I'm curious what they are going to do with her. I want to know what's going to happen to her. Because my dream scenario is that eventually, I don't know who, Trevor, Alucard, someone, Hector. Actually, at this point, but Hector murders her because, like, she sucks. She's an awesome character, but, like, from Hector's point of view, like, that bitch sucks. Like, he needs to do something about her. But I'm hoping that he ends up beating her, and, before she dies, like, as punishment after Dracula returns, he locks her into a mask, like, as a punishment for betraying him. And then in the future of the series, she just appears as a spirit on top of that mask. And I was like, oh, man, if they do that, that's just so perfect for the video game lore. The Resident Evil canceled creatures are interesting. Yeah, I'm probably going to do a video on that sometime. There's a lot. There's a lot of monsters that they've planned for the overall Resident Evil series. That never made it to, like, the final cut. Some of them have appeared in Chinese mangas, too, that were never in any form in the game. What form of battle type do you want in the end? I don't know. I always just kind of, like, try different weapons and just watch what they evolve into. Yes, Resident Evil is doing a Netflix series. It looks like it's all but confirmed at this point. I think it is confirmed, actually, now. It's happening. I think Hector's going to stay a little bitch, probably for the time being, until he meets Rosalie, and then she ends up, you know, meeting her fate. YouTube censorship is so bad I can't say Cyber. It blocked your message for saying Cybertron? The hell's wrong with Cybertron? Resident Evil TV series. Yep, Netflix. Which I'm excited for, man. Like, but what they haven't specified, I don't... Well, someone correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they've specified. Actually, let me go the other path. They never specified if it's live action or an anime series. I believe it's going to be live action, but I'm not sure if they actually said that yet. I love the soundtrack to this level. I guess not really a level, but area. Mr. X scared the shit out of me because not a literal monster in his coded form. He's like a human. And that face out anything. Yeah. And then when he takes off his coat and his power regulator goes away, then you got the monster. Resident Evil TV series can't be any worse than live action. I think they could do a good TV series. Live action. Keyword, could. Will they is to be seen. Yeah, and if they go down the same route the movies went, forget it. You failed. It's Moblins. From Zelda. Or Orcs, as Castlevania calls them. I think you meet Julia here. Paul, check out my wife. Anderson has nothing to do with... No, as far as I know, Paul Anderson's unrelated to it. Yeah, which he wants... Oh my god, he wants Mila Jovovich in everything he's in. Netflix doing a Blade Runner anime? I didn't hear about that. That's awesome. I love those movies. I recommend Corpsey? Haven't heard of that. Yeah, which, it's weird. Ray, like you said, if it's going to be the same quality as Walking Dead, sure, but I don't know how that show's going to be because from the few bits of news that I've read about it, the rumor is that it's going to deal with, like, Umbrella in its beginning. So I'm wondering if it's like an Umbrella Corporation prequel and not necessarily, like, you know, starring the characters we know. I don't know. I remember people crapping on this game when I finally played it. I only one thought, were they smoking? I feel like a lot of people that crapped on this game just saw that it was 3D Castlevania and didn't actually play it. Because there's a lot of armchair critics now, and back then, just part of the gaming industry. You got armchair critics that'll judge everything based on other opinions, and they won't actually check it out themselves. And it's a huge mistake, because you would miss out. Man, if you live your life like that, you miss out on so many quality games. I wonder if they'll bring back the Undertaker units. I don't know. I don't think they're going to do anything related to Survivor. That would be cool, though. I want to see that. Because those are essentially almost like lost monsters. Perfect guard. Maybe they created the progenitor virus. Yeah, I can see that, but like, would a whole series about that be interesting though? You know, like, you have to eventually get into the lore, like the games. What do you guys think for those Monster Hunter fans out there? What do you guys think of the Monster Hunter movie so far? I don't know shit about Monster Hunter. I've never played a Monster Hunter game, and I want to, but... Oh, I think I need the Crow to get that. Because he's... Yeah, I need the Crow. I think, because I think I need to fly over there. That Monster Hunter movie looks weird. And as far as I know, they have, like, a military aspect, and it's like an alternate dimension. So it's almost like Metal Gear Survive, in a way. Speaking of Unreal Championship, yeah, Unreal, like, I remember those games. Nobody talks about them anymore, though. I feel those are just forgotten now, over time. Gets perfect guard, never guards. Yep. That's how I've always played. I never really guard. Now, in God of War, you have to block. In this game, not as necessary. You just survive on attacking and then doing these fancy moves like this. Go Colossus! Will you ever do a Devil May Cry timeline series? That is the next one, actually. So you should be pleased. Monster Hunter never had any great story. Catching is the fun part. Don't know how you can make a movie that's not a cliche story. Hunter's huge monster and grinding to kill. So yeah, so that they're just gonna invent a story and put it over it. I guess. For some reason, anime and video game movie adaptation have a curse of being terrible. I think, too, it's because they have such a big fan base that the movies always try to do their own thing. And, I mean, I know as a fan of multiple things that fans don't really want to see a departure from the source material. Like, for example, Ghost in the Shell, right? You have the Ghost in the Shell movie and the Death Note movie on Netflix. I actually enjoyed both of those. However, disclaimer, I know nothing about the source material. I didn't at the time. Death Note especially, I've never seen anything I didn't know anything about Death Note. The movie is all I had to go by. So I enjoyed it. I still don't know anything about the anime very much. But Ghost in the Shell, it's because of that movie that I decided to buy the season sets of the Blu-rays. And that anime is damn good. So now I understand, like, why people didn't like Ghost in the Shell. But as a movie experience, I enjoyed it. But would I have felt the same way had I seen the anime first? Probably not. Dragon Ball Evolution. Oh no, that's unforgivable. To me, that was an unforgivable crime amongst all humanity. It was a war crime. What about shorter timelines from other games such as Fallout? I do plan on doing shorter timelines eventually in the future too. I kind of have done some already, but not video games. Like Halloween. I did the Halloween timeline in October for the Halloween movies, and it was just like a one video thing, you know. So, yeah, I'll definitely do things like that. Anyone remember the deformed hunters from Outbreak? Yes. They were more powerful too. Hope they tie Curse of Darkness with Hector versus Isaac. They have to. They have to. Hector versus Isaac. But, like, see, for that to work, Hector has got to meet Julia. Rosalie. Hold on. Oh, my God. Yeah, Rosalie. He's got to meet Rosalie, and she's got to die at the fault of Isaac, because why else would, like... They had a very personal grudge against each other. And it's funny, too, because the way they're telling the story in the Netflix series, it's already vastly different, because what grudge does Isaac have against Hector? He didn't betray Lord Dracula. You know, that was Hector's main... Isaac's main gripe with Hector was that you betrayed Lord Dracula, you let Trevor come in here and kill him, because you abandoned us all. But Hector's kind of a hostage this time. It wasn't his fault, so... In this universe, in the Netflix series, Hector doesn't really have a reason to hate... Or Isaac doesn't really have a reason to hate Hector. So I don't know. It's going to be different, like I said.
It can't be. That's impossible.
What did you think on a series focused on Wesker? I think he would be a heavy part of it if they're doing an Umbrella Origins.
May I be of service?
No.
Even the director of Dragon Ball Evolution apologized for making the movie. All dude wanted was a paycheck, didn't do research. You can't blame the guy either. I mean, it's his job, right? He didn't realize, like...
Ask you the same question, sir.
The whole movie was a disaster.
I am searching for someone. A man bearing the same crest I'm wearing.
And this man, is he your enemy or your friend?
You sound as if you know him.
Yes, quite so. Now answer me.
Live action adaptations seem to appeal to people who aren't familiar with the source material. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
I see. In that case...
Best video game movie was the first Mortal Kombat movie. You know which movie I really, really liked, too, that never got that pop? Prince of Persia, the Disney one, made by the Pirates of the Caribbean people. I think that's a fantastic video game movie.
That is reason enough. If you are a Devil Forge master...
Cutscenes are being kind of... Yeah, no, it's the emulation. It doesn't emulate the cutscenes perfectly.
You have no reason to
That I can't do anything about.
You seem quite knowledgeable. Who are you exactly?
A witch. I escaped from the western lands where we were
Actually,
like vermin. I have the
might be able to
power
turn software mode on. Let's see.
How interesting.
They're a little lower quality now, but they might work better.
Julia, my house is further on. I shall prepare an
Software mode on the emulator uses your processor versus your graphics card. So that's why it's a little dip in quality and visual quality, but it runs a little smoother. Prince of Persia Trilogy Timeline. I plan to do one eventually, because I like Prince of Persia games.
Image of Rosalie.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button with all of your strength. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss any new content. You can follow me on social media or go into my community tab for updates. And for as little as $1 a month, you can support the channel directly on Patreon. This is Fabian, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.